Hi, baby. My name is Vay, and this is my journey of alchemy, healing, and transformation. If you hear some ruckus in the background, they're working on our roof, so bear with me there. Today, I want to talk to you about divine sovereignty and the importance of it. I feel like these past couple weeks, this has definitely been a activation. It's been an initiation for me to step into a higher calling, higher version of myself. And it's also requiring me to observe all the ways that I have stayed silent when I have needed to speak up, or ways that I have called shielding myself, protecting my energy, when instead I was avoiding something. Um, I want to talk to you about the importance of this and how I'm working through it now. One of the biggest things that have been a challenge for me my entire life is accepting that my parents won't see me in the way that I am, in my true divinity, in my true love, in my true essence. They won't show up for me in that way. That's a hard pill to swallow, because there's an expectation that because they're my parents that they should. And why is it easy for them to maybe do it for another and not me? And of course, that creates this idea that, am I worthy? Is there something wrong with me? Things of that sort. But what I realized is, number one, I am already worthy because I exist, but more than that, I came here to experience this reality and to change the way that things have gone, not to conform and to stay the same as everyone else. And what comes with that is the enduring of very challenging experiences and being heartbroken by our family. I'm sure many people can relate to this, but I don't really have the greatest relationship with my mother. I don't really have the greatest relationship with my stepmother. And I'm also noticing that in the ways that I've needed my father, he's not showing up for me either. And that's okay, because I'm understanding that what this is teaching me is that no one can give us what Source can. No one can provide for us what Source can. Nobody can show up for us in the way that Source can. And that is forcing me to not lean onto them, but to lean onto Source more, to go within more, to realize that the power, the love, the understanding, the acceptance, the validation that I was always searching for is within me, because Source is within me. On this path of uncovering who I am and analyzing my relationships around me, it's important that I stand on my square. And that means I stand in my divinity and saying that it is okay for you to see me as less. It is okay for you to see my lack. I am okay with you seeing or I'm okay with you not seeing my divinity. I am okay with you not seeing my abundance. I am okay with you not seeing my light, my heart, my essence. That is what it's forcing me to do, to become okay with how people perceive me. Because when I think about where I want to be in the world, the impact that I want to have in this world, and the women that I want to influence, and the spaces that I want to enter, and this is an initiation. Because when I get out there into the world and I'm leaping into these opportunities, into these rooms, influencing all of these women, there are going to be people who perceive me as being less than. There will be many people who will not see my abundance, who will not see my divinity, who will not see my light, who will not see source inside of me. I need to be okay with that. And the way that I am becoming okay with that is understanding that I need my base. What is my base? When everything else is chaotic around me, and this is how I've been imagining it. It's like I'm in the midst of a tornado. I'm in the heart of a tornado. And I'm sitting there, eyes closed, smile on my face, unshaken, unmoved. My base is source. What I had to realize is that I need to stop clocking into how everyone feels about me. I need to stop concerning myself with how everyone feels and start to concern myself with how source feels, of what source believes, of the truth of who I am, the truth of my essence. I need to stop clocking into the matrix and start clocking into God. Because I'm not getting paid, or I am in a way. The payment that I get from clocking into other people's opinions about me is anxiety, is fear, is doubt, is uncertainty. But when I clock into source, when I'm on source's payroll, the return is much greater than what anybody else could ever give me. The return is greater than what anyone else could ever give me. It is so important that I stand in my sovereignty, because the return on that will be greater, much greater than what anything that my mother could have given me, even if she did show up in the way that I needed her to. Anything that my father could have given me, even if he did show up in the way that I needed him to. It will exceed all expectations. That's what happens when we clock in to source's payroll. That's what happens when we begin to concern ourselves with who we're being, what we're wanting, what we're expecting, who we're loving, how we're showing up in the world. And we stop concerning ourselves with how everyone else is showing up for us. It is no longer my concern. It is no longer my job to validate someone else's opinion about who I am. And that's how I'm working through it. I hope this helped. I love you. Bye.